Ayu Dwi Wandirah. I am 7th semester student majoring in English Literature from class SIGE005. I made this video to complete my midterm exam assignment for Psycholinguistics. In this video, I will explaining the material of 5th meeting. It's about language, thought, and culture. So I've made this mind mapping, and the mind mapping consists of definition, relation, example, and conclusion. I will explain about language. Definition of language. Language is communication tools used by one person to another. It can be in the form of oral or written. When wanting to convey language, someone will need language feature to arrange words into sentence, so the language can be conveyed clearly and communicatively. There are things that must be considered in conveying language as a means of communication, namely the use of vocabulary, the use of affix or morpheme, the selection of the right word connection to form a sentence that is appropriate and easy to understand. Okay, the second is thought. In communication, thought is needed so that it's easy for someone to string words in the process of his brain before saying something to others, because the vocabulary is stored in the brain, and when you want to convey something, the brain will reflexively think about the vocabulary that will be issued. And the third is culture. Culture is one of the important things in communicating, because someone who comes from the same country may have a different language due to factors from the area where they live. The next is relation. Relation of language, thought, and culture. There are three relations. The relation between thought and culture in language is the first. Thought helps in determining language. In communicating, humans may not only communicate with people who comes from the same area, but there will be times when they meet people from other regions or other countries, because every region and country has its own language. Therefore, the function of thought is to determine the vocabulary that will be used when communicating. Okay, the second relation is thought helps arrange word into sentence. In communicating, the brain needs process its thought to issue language from mood. After the words are arranged and become sentence, they can only be conveyed. And the third is culture is the result of the thought of a language. In communicating, people usually know their culture by the language they speak. Okay, the example is Indonesia has various regions and of course with different languages, while England, or a country that predominantly uses English as its mother tongue, has a few region languages. The example is about a human thought process in processing language is into different culture or other culture, because Indonesia has a lot of vocabulary with different culture from a different region, so the brain must process the vocabulary to produce a language that represents it and must be clearly conveyed to others from different countries. The conclusion of the relationship of language, thought, and culture has importance or function for each other because they affect the process of communicating. If a person does not have one aspect of the three, then communication will not work well, or communication will fall apart because there are no clear goals and results. That's all my presentation about language, thought, and culture. Thank you for your attention. See you. Bye.